Quite an interesting group of people, eh? So Ishin translates as one heart, a reflection of how a group plays as a unit. It's also reference to the idea that the drum is one of the most basic instruments, having a sound that echoes our own heartbeat. Now, I don't know about you, but my heart was going with the drums. And so Ishin Daiko plays traditional Japanese instruments, including the drum, it's called taiko, and the cymbal that's called chapa, and a small handheld gong that was called kana. Did I pronounce it Japanese correct? Thank you. And the performance consists of both traditional pieces and original music composed by instructor Kigosha Nagata and Aki Takahashi, and some of its other members. Now, I apologize. So, now, thank you, guys. Now, we will be breakdancing at 4:30. No, that's later. Okay, not 4:30 yet. So, we're going to actually watch a bit more of this. Okay, now, Chef Ken's son, how many of you have actually been up north to Pacific Mall? Oh, I see a good show of hands. So, how many of you found him by hearing that slapping sound, right? For those of you who have not been up there, because I saw only half of you guys shaking your head going yes, those of you who have not, and you're making that trek up there, that's the cue, okay? Because he'll be normally doing that, slapping the noodle against the table, the counter. So maybe we should ask, why does he do that? I mean, how many of you people make noodle at home? Do you slap your noodle against the table? I mean, I see a lot of kids here. Does your mom slap noodle against the kitchen counter? I know my mom never did, right? So let's turn it to our chef, and I'm going to bring this over. So we're going to see how this works, okay? Pardon me, but we're just don't want anyone tripping. That's not good to have your chef tripping, right? So, okay. So I'm going to turn the mic a little bit over to our chef, Mike Gu, right? And you're going to explain a bit, well, why do you slap the noodles? I mean, and how many times and why? Let's go with why first.
When you first cook the noodles, if you don't really slapping on the table, it becomes soft. So when you eat it, it's not chewy. It melts in your mouth. So the reason they're to slap on the table or to bang on the table is to make it more stretchy and more chewy when you eat it.
Ah, so here's my question. So does that mean the more you slap it, the more chewier it gets, or is that one of those chefs' best kept secret?
That's one of it, and
we just know it now.
It's easier to pull.
And easier to pull, okay.
It won't break as easy as if it's hard, so it won't break. If you slam it more, you can pull more strands.
Oh, thank goodness. I'll keep on asking questions while he's getting wired up. So, now, why is Chef's son doing this twisting business? What gives with that?
This is also another technique. If you don't have a table like we do right here, you kind of stretch and you twist. Well, you can be walking around and making noodles.
So how long will he have to be doing this? Because I'm noticing he's doing this for a while, and I'm beginning to wonder, does Chef's son have to go to the gym to do any Pilates exercises to work on his arm muscle? I don't know if anybody else who does Pilates. I do Pilates, so I'm thinking maybe I don't have to go anymore.
It's like a gym when I first come to work. Yeah, we get 10-minute warm up because dough comes out from the fridge and it's cold, so it's really hard to pull while it's cold. So it takes about 10 minutes to whack the dough to heat up when there's fraction.
Actually, yours is working now.
When there's fraction, the dough kind of melts together.
Okay.
So it's easier to pull that way.
Ah, okay. So just like for anyone who practices dancing, or if you're an athlete, you got to warm up the dough as well. Interesting.
Like a warm up before you do exercise.
Now, does that also be determined by weather conditions? Like during the summer, we've been having like one heat wave after another. Does everyone remember the heat wave we've been having? It's finally nice, it's cool. So when it's hot and humid, do you have to let it warm up as long, or does?
No. When it's humid, there's moisture in the air.
Okay.
So the flour kind of absorbs moisture from the air. And when we're making the flour, you don't really have to put that much water.
Ah. Now, can everyone see what he's kind of doing here? We don't have a mirror here from the ceiling, do we?
So we're cooking the noodles right now.
Now, he put the noodles into the pot that's been boiling for a bit. Now, when do you put it in the pot? Does it have to be bubbling, or what kind of conditions here?
But since right now it's near the boiling point, so we put it in and we're waiting for it to boil right now.
Okay.
And it usually takes less than a minute to cook the noodle, since it contains more than 50% of the water.
Right. And this is a nice big pot. I mean, for instance, let's say your average person watching here, how many people can be making a big pot? I mean, this is enough for how many people?
That's enough for one people, for me. That's enough for me. But,
okay, that's good to know, isn't it? There, I think it's going to be a party. Okay, sorry.
Well, it's enough for 4 servings.
4 serving, okay. Or depends how hungry you are, because I bike a lot, so if I'm really hungry, it'd be like, I can eat 2 servings then.
Oh, right. For sure, yeah.
Okay. So, now how long would you need to boil it, so then it would be just kind of ready, or Italian would call it al dente?
Actually, about 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. 59 seconds.
Wow, 59 seconds. Who would have thought of that? You would have thought it'd be a lot longer. Now, I notice you're stirring the noodle. Now, is that, if someone else is doing it at home, should they be doing that every so often?
Yes.
Okay.
Prevents from sticking.
And I'm going to just, and so to prevent it from sticking, okay. Now, should they have put anything else in the water, like oil or?
You can put salt, a little bit of salt, 1 tablespoon of salt. It actually makes the water boil faster.
Okay. So just 1 teaspoon of salt.
Yes.
Okay. Now, does it matter if it's sea salt, or should it be just iodine salt? Just in case anyone has all the gourmet salt out there.
Regular salt you can get anywhere in the grocery. Right now I'm rinsing it with water. Stops it from cooking within. Okay.
And is that really cold water, or is it room temperature?
Room temperature.
Okay. So what it is,
if you like it really cold, you can add a couple of ice cubes down there.
Right, because I guess when you make your next batch, the water would have warmed up because you put the warm batch in there. Okay. So having the cold water is good. So you're sort of like rinsing the dough out of it, so it won't be so starchy when you're eating it. That's a good technique to learn. So we figured you have to sort of move the dough a bit, right, when you're boiling it, so it doesn't stick.
Yes, it won't stick. Or else you might, when you take it up, it might be like some of it won't cook, some of it might be stick together. So it's better if you just stir it a little bit.
Have you ever accidentally not stirred it? Did someone call you on a cell phone and it was an exciting phone call?
No.
No? Okay. You turn it off?
Yes.
Okay. Well, no, because in this day and age, everyone has their cell phone on, right? And sometimes all of a sudden your mom will call you right that moment you're cooking, right? And then, and it's critical. See? Mom always calls. There you go. Doesn't matter what language you speak. And so what kind of flour actually would have been used to make the dough for the noodle? Does it matter what kind of flour?
We use 2 different kinds of flour. One is, we call it soft flour. It's soft.
Okay, and why is it called soft flour?
Because when you feel it, it's very fine to the hands. There's no lumps or anything in there.
Okay.
And we also use half of it, we call it hard flour.
Okay.
And it's a bit harder than the soft flour, soft and hard. Okay.
And when you're looking at it too, are they different color? Are they both white or off-white? Because sometimes you can tell when you're looking that way. Just give people a visual.
Same color.
Actually, do you guys have any of that in just the raw form, the flour? Just out of curiosity.
Actually, on the table, Chef's son making it. That's soft flour.
Ah, in that container. Okay. Maybe, would it be okay maybe later? We'll just sort of, I'll walk around with it and then people can sort of have a look at it? And I don't want to interrupt his work.
Sure.
Okay, then I don't know if anyone cares to see what, because I can see it from here, right? Because I got a great vantage point, what the flower looked like. So you're probably all intrigued, curious, like, what does it mean by soft flower? So how many years does it take to get really good at making this? Because I'm sure a lot of you people are standing here going, oh, this looks interesting, but can I do it with the first time I make it, or should I practice 10, 20, 30 times before I finally become good at it, making it home?
Anybody can do it. If you pull the noodles, anybody can pull it. But if you want to look nice, if you want to have each strand that looks the same, that takes years. For me, it took me 1 year before even touching the dough. It took me 1 year of cleaning the floor, washing dishes, and chopping cucumbers and stuff before Chef Sun can teaches me how to make noodles. It took me 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah, but today everybody can try making noodles, skipping the step that I did.